In this video, we're gonna make an egg-dicting, spicy egg masala fry that I promise will become a regular in your rotation. This recipe takes 30 minutes to make and needs only 3 ingredients: eggs, onions, and a few spices. I actually rediscovered this dish last month when I was sick with the flu. And after 2 weeks of eating takeout in my pajamas, all I really wanted was a simple, healthy, home-cooked meal. But then I went and opened my fridge and all I had were eggs. And that's when I remembered egg masala fry. And this dish, for how simple it is surprisingly delicious. It's sweet and jammy from the onions and has a subtle kick of spice. And this is something that you won't see at Indian restaurants, but you probably find versions of it in Indian households everywhere. I mean, it's simple, it's quick, and it's cheap. Except in this economy when egg prices are $12 a dozen. Anyways, let's get cooking. Here's what you'll need for 2 servings. 4 eggs, 2 onions sliced. That is 1 onion per person, so hopefully you don't have a hot date afterwards. 1 teaspoon of cumin and a few ground spices: coriander, chili powder, turmeric, and salt. Let's start cooking. Bring a pot of water to a boil. While that heats up, slice the onions. And to prevent the waterworks that seem to always happen when chopping onions, try 1, keeping the onions in the fridge, 2, running the onion under cold water before chopping, and 3, using a sharp knife. All of these steps will prevent the irritating chemical in onions from reaching your eyes. That being said, I still tear up when I chop onions, so if you have any tips, let me know down below. Okay, back to the boiling water, add the eggs in, and add a teaspoon of salt as well. This will make them easier to peel later on. Now let these boil for 15 minutes while we start on the fry. Heat 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil in a pan. Then add the cumin seeds and cook for 30 seconds until they start to sizzle. Now add in the onions as well as 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of turmeric. And all we're going to do now is just continue to stir these onions until they get dark and jammy. And a lid will help speed things up here. Okay, about 10 minutes later, add in the ground spices and give everything a stir. And at any point, if the onions ever get stuck to the pan, you can always just add some water to release all of the flavor. Meanwhile, looks like the eggs are ready, so drain the eggs and fill the pot with ice-cold water. The sudden drop in temperature with the cold water will help release the eggshells, which will make them a lot easier to peel, like this. Now, coat the eggs in some chili powder and turmeric and slice them in half. Oh, shoot. Now we're ready to unite the eggs and onions. So do a quick taste test for salt. Yummy. And then arrange the eggs on the onions like so. Now sprinkle with a little cilantro, our secret 4th ingredient, and we're done. And here it is, egg masala fry. Probably the most flavorful dish that I've ever made with just 3 ingredients. The eggs are creamy and smooth with a little bit of spice on top, and those onions are super sweet and caramelized. I've been having this meal on repeat lately. In fact, I just made it last night. Most days I'll have it with rice, but sometimes I'll switch it up with some frozen chapati, like this. So I'm curious, what do you do when you don't have much to eat at home? Do you put something together with random leftovers and things in your pantry, or do you just order takeout? And I know it's winter and everyone seems to be getting sick, so what are your go-to sick day meals? I would have loved to have had some of my mom's homemade rasam or just a big bowl of idli sambar. If you like this video, please give it a big like and subscribe. And if you tried out this recipe, I would love to hear how it was down in the comments below. If you want to see more videos like this, here is a very similar masala omelet and another video handpicked for you by YouTube. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! A rather light meal. Sweaty, spicy, eggs. Oh God, was that on my face this whole time? do.